All right, so we talked about Mike Pence yesterday, and on The View they talked about him today.
Yeah, my mom said it yesterday because I think she saw it on CNN. So we kind of jumped the gun because I like to hear The View and their points on it because they may make some comments that's really funny to kind of talk about.
Yeah, but you can have your own too. We don't have.
No, it's fine with that. I just want to wait some time and hear what they say. So we kind of jumped the gun.
I don't want to wait on them. It was a big deal yesterday about the documents being found.
No, not really.
I think so.
I'm getting my cue from The View on some stuff. That's what I'm saying.
Well, if I see something, I don't care if The View's talking about it. I'm gonna bring it up on our show.
Well, sometimes you'll have the same topic, and you won't. You'll just let me show The View because they'll show a video of it, where you just want to talk about it. So we kind of blend it sometimes.
Right, but yesterday they was behind because they show films in the morning.
I know, and if they get their stories probably early in the morning.
And if it's breaking news, that's what I'm saying. I'm not waiting on them. I'll talk about it. And then
I didn't say I wanted to wait on them, but there's times that we jumped the gun.
Okay.
Letting Mama give us the news. My
mother watched the news.
She gave us another news thing today, didn't she?
Oh yeah,
about the cops. We'll talk about later.
We'll talk about that.
She tried to be on the show.
She watched the news. She's like a producer. Then you like a producer,
yeah.
Mom.
You come to say, did y'all talk about?
Mom, you a producer. Like you would say, I saw this show. They was talking about such and such. Are y'all going to talk about that?
That's a producer's role and responsibility.
That's a producer.
You didn't know that, did you?
I know.
She don't know. She's 80 years old. She don't know. She's just giving information.
But a producer brings the topics of, that they can talk about. And the news people say, oh, okay, we'll talk about that today. Thank you, Mr. Producer.
Right. And they get paid to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get paid to come up with news stories and stuff.
Okay.
All right, so you're going to start off.
We're going to talk some more about Pence. And just kind of showing that old clip of when, Biden made his comment about the stupidity of someone who does this.
Right.
Let's hear David Muir, his interview.
Oh, we got T.I. today. We got Doja Cat and Kylie Jenner, and I have a bunch of stuff.
You don't give heads up, huh?
Yeah. All right, so let's go. What is this? This is The View. That means your thing is down. They can hear, but you can't.
No, you don't have her on speak. On the thing. The video.
You can relax.
Pence just found some in his garage.
I know, but it's okay.
The video
it's not the end of the world.
My thing is up.
I hate to tell you all this, but as it turns out, I too have found classified documents in my garage. I called Merrick Garland to come and get it. I know what happened, and he said to me, you know what? Because he always calls me what? Mike Pence just found some in his garage as well. But that didn't surprise me as much because I figured he was trying to get out of there relatively quickly. Because they had all of those, hang Mike Pence.
That's true.
So, he was packing stuff together.
She said the same thing I said yesterday.
And all of this, we're laughing, but as it turns out, Mike Pence also has classified documents, and it's kind of different than what he told David Muir when they sat down a couple months ago. Take a look.
Did you take any classified documents with you from the White House?
I did not.
Do you see any reason for anyone to take classified documents with them leaving the White House?
Well, there'd be no reason to have classified documents, particularly if they were in an unprotected area.
These people, man.
It makes me laugh every single day when his answer to be safe says, I don't believe so.
He should have said, I don't think I did.
I don't think I did, and I'm hoping I didn't.
If I did,
but
it was
David,
an accident.
if they do find files at my house, rest assured, every one of them will be returned, and I'm going to be transparent as the previous vice president. He didn't say none of that. He said, I did not.
I did not.
Isn't that pride?
And then he said, there's no reason to have them at your house.
So why
you have them at your house then?
And then we laughed because you said it yesterday. When somebody's saying they're going to take your life, and to hang
I
you.
said that.
You rushed.
He wasn't thinking about nothing.
Your administrative team rushed.
He was throwing everything in there.
Every file, and you run it home.
Yeah, that's not even that. Come on.
So I wanted to show him sane.
Right.
And I'm hopefully he's seeing this going, he's repenting.
Well, what he should do is now he should come back and say, well, I'm sorry, but when you have signs that say hang Mike Pence, I wasn't thinking. I just threw that. Mother told me I should have looked
this
at
whole
that.
mother thing.
So, yeah, that was, So, but it's funny how Whoopi said the same exact thing I said yesterday.
What?
I said that.
Uh-huh.
And, I got documents. Everybody got documents.
And Sonny said about the same thing you said.
About what?
She said, I hope Obama has no files because they had ridiculed him that he was stealing everything from the house.
And then I said, you have to they can't do anything to Trump now because everybody got documents.
Everybody got documents.
And then I think I said, when she said, as far as he was trying to get out of there.
Yeah, his mind wasn't on
that. So the whole thing.
Out. But again, they keep saying that the way the documents come in the type of box and equipment that it's in with the chain and a little sign-in thing, they just...
Where's this chain? I don't think that's how
it was a little thing that hooks to it.
I don't think
you can lock it.
I don't think nobody was hooking anybody to anything. I think they walked out. They probably had them in a folder. They put them in a briefcase and they went home, which means that there needs to be a better way to keep classified documents.
I know that's what Hillary Clinton said when they came in her office to sign some. He had the thing with him and the chain.
I know she didn't say nothing about no documents.
No, she said
she need to be quiet.
If they find some in their house, I'll really laugh because
she needs to be quiet.
She did make it clear that her and Sonny and Alyssa, they took them through red tape to sign them out. And they were not leaving until they gave them back. So how is it that the 2-3 presidents are able to just take them home?
But just anything
she
talking
wasn't president then, no.
I'm just saying anything talking about documents. She needs to just be quiet.
No, I'm just saying she did speak up. She said they come when I asked
emails, documents, all of that. She need to be quiet.
The email things I think is real.
Her emails are supposed to be classified.
I know. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. She had a server at her house for classification that wasn't even supposed to be there. So that's what I'm saying. Hillary should just be quiet. Anything talking about classified, unclassified, she should just be quiet, go garden or do whatever she's doing right now, write a book, all of that. Remember she made the comment about I could be at home baking cookies and all the women got mad at her when Clinton was running for president? She should be at home baking cookies right now. Just don't say nothing.
Okay.
So that's my thing with Hillary. But so that was the latest with him coming out saying he didn't have anything.
Right.
And
just
he
showing him on the record saying no.
Right. And he did. Now my mother brought this story up. We didn't know about this story. 5 black Memphis police officers fired after brutal beating of a man in a deadly traffic stop. And we always hear about white police officers. Say they never talk about black police officers.
5 of them? It took 5? How big was this man? Was he as big as, what's his name that they beat down?
Well, here, another hashtag, another life lost at the hands of police officers. 5 officers from Memphis Police Department have been fired for their involvement in the brutal beating and death of Tyre Nichols.
Oh, they've been fired.
On January 7th, officers, I'm not reading all their names, all 5 of these guys had pulled Nichols over for reckless driving when things got out of hand. According to a police statement released on Twitter, there was a confrontation resulting in Nichols taking off on foot. The officers caught up to him and another confrontation ensued before they took him into custody. Now, first of all, why is he running?
Well, you always say it doesn't matter.
That doesn't matter. No.
Because remember, I would always say, do we not know now?
Right.
Please, men, women, don't run.
But when you run, you know you're going to make them mad. So then when they got to chase you.
But 5 of them can.
I know. Oh, no, it's no reason for doing what they did. But when you run and they got to chase you down.
Now they're mad.
Now we know somebody, and I'm not saying any names, a friend of ours who was a police officer. And this person said they had to get out of it. They had to stop being a police officer because they couldn't separate their real person, real feelings from being an officer. You need to be able to separate.
They said their adrenaline was so high.
And this person kept getting in trouble all the time and they had to chase him down. And this person said the last time they chased him down, they beat the crap out of him.
Because it's one of those situations where you say that the police officers need to know the community. They need to be well known as far as in the community, and they know the perpetrators. They know a lot of times the same people. So after like the 4th, 5th time, you do want to beat them down.
But this person said they had to get out of it because of that. Yeah. Because you put your personal thing, and that's probably what happened. They chased them down and got mad that they had to chase them down and beat them to a pulp. So let's see. Wow. The 29-year-old started complaining of breathing issues. He was taken to the hospital listed in critical condition and died 3 days later. Left devastated, Nichols' family has been sharing a graphic image of the victim laying in the hospital, saying he was unrecognizable. See, that's what they did. BuzzFeed News reported that his face appeared swollen and bruised, with a breathing tube coming out of his mouth. While MPD hasn't shared more details regarding the arrest, the family believes Nichols was tased, pepper sprayed, and beaten severely.
All of that?
They must have pulled him.
You almost want them to just shoot him.
They must have pulled him out of the car aggressively, and he feared for his life, so he ran. Nichols' stepfather, Rodney Wells, said, "No one should die from a traffic stop."
It was saying something about the NAACP.
Let's see what they're going to do. Hold on. Well, keep reading. Go ahead.
You have to go back down.
No one should die from a traffic stop, right here.
Several investigations have been opened regarding this incident, including the Tennessee Bureau of Investigations and the Department of Justice. The NAACP made a statement saying the organization will keep close watch of this matter. The family is being represented by the civil rights attorney, Ben Crump.
Oh, that guy, Ben Crump.
When he steps in, an attorney, Antonio, I don't know how to say that last name, don't want to mess it up. Both are calling for the release of body camera footage, which I kept asking for.
You got to see the body camera.
But are slightly satisfied with the officers being fired.
Yeah.
That usually they do investigations before that happens.
Well, these are black officers. You know,
they must also be held accountable for robbing this man of his life and his son of a father, Crump and the other lawyer said.
Wow.
So let's see. After making national headlines, Memphis city officials were open to cooperating with police investigations. Memphis police chief, Sarah Lynn, is that a female? CJ Davis, already, or unless it's a man, made a statement condemning the officers' actions, saying they used excessive use of force, duty to intervene, and duty to render aid.
Wow. So that must be him.
Oh, he was not that big.
Tyre Nichols. My mom said he was skinny.
Yeah. But 5 cops.
Friends and loved ones of Nichols were shocked by the news, calling him non-confrontational, happy-go-lucky, and free spirit. He was a loving guy and loved to make people laugh. This guy told the newspaper, "We got our first tattoos together when we turned 18. He got a wolf on his... What do we need? I don't need to know all that. He also spoke on the irony of Nichols being a victim, as he was a very vocal about BLM, Black Lives Matter. He's never had to deal with police," Volker said. "And as a black man, he knows better than to fight cops. I honestly never thought it would happen to him. He probably thought it'd be white cops, and it was black cops that got him."
Isn't that sad though? Because I'm thinking
we got to see this body cam.
2, 3, but 5.
We got number 1. We got to see the body cam.
Y'all brothers.
We got to see the body cam. We got to know why they pulled him over. That's number 2. When you say a traffic stop, what does that mean? Was he speeding? Did he run into somebody?
Recklessly.
So was he drunk?
Paragraph.
So maybe he was drunk. I don't know. We don't know.
Still, does it result in a
then you get him out. And why did you tase him? Did you tase him because you thought he was reaching for something? And then
pepper spray.
He was pepper spray. So did he fight? Is that why they was doing all of this? And then when he ran and they ran after him, did they beat him up when they got to him? So all of that stuff we got to know.
He probably wasn't able to run anymore after they got him.
But that's probably why the NAACP said they want to look into it, because if they had body cam on, they know it's being filmed.
Right.
So you got to have if you doing all of this and y'all brothers. See, normally we would say if it was white cops, we know why they doing it.
Right.
See? But brothers, you like, why you doing all of this?
This remind me of the episode in, what's the one, Larry Fishburne in Cuba? What was that movie with the boys?
Boys in the Hood?
Yeah. That incident when he had his Volkswagen Beetle and he and
they was being excessive.
They were pulled over from black cops was actually questioning him. There was one black cop and one white, wasn't it? The black cop was
he was worse than the white
mean. It's almost like you said the guy on the slave owner. And
the house Negro and the Negro that was the one that they worse than the master.
They worse than the masters.
Yeah, they worse. They worse. The master, but calm down, relax.
You don't have to go that far. It's not that serious.
No,
I'll make sure he get in place.
They worse. So we don't know. So I'm gonna be like the NAACP and go, what happened
here? Let's look at the footage. Let's look at maybe he was doing this to each one, and I don't know.
It still don't take 5 cops to do all that.
I know. They must have really beat him bad for him to die later.
And this is Memphis. And the only other thing I could think of, like you said, traffic stop, unless he was drunk or something, hit some cars or something, and they was already mad when they pulled him over.
Yeah.
Like, you could have killed somebody.
But I still don't understand why 5. Usually you see 2 cars, 2 and 2.
Yeah.
But 5, where does 5th one come from?
Yeah.
He decided they had nothing to do that night and he drove on by 2. They're new cops.
Oh, they knew. I always hate when it's more. Like one time I got pulled over and it was black cops and it was 2. And they pulled me over. I had just came from McDonald's getting my McDonald's breakfast. And I was sitting there. You know how I'm always like, they can't stand me because when they pull me over, I'll be like, like I have always have an attitude. So then they pulled me over and then I was like, okay. So, and he was like, you know why I pulled you over? I was like, no. I said, but I know I got my McDonald's is getting cold. He's like, they don't like when you get smart. If you think it's cold, it's going to get real cold, whatever. And I'm like, okay. So then he was like, you can stay right here for a minute. Then went on, you know how they go back with your little driver's license and all that.
Look you up and everything.
So then while he left, I said, I'm going to eat myself. I sat and ate my little McDonald's. 2 more police cars pulled up.
What would be the reason for 2 more?
Thank you.
Maybe he said you got smart with him.
No, I don't know. But 2 more pulled up. So then they all talking, whatever. And he come back over and he said, your license plate is dirty. I said, so you pulled me over because I have a dirty license plate? And he said, yeah. Like we supposed to be able to see your license plate with the thing saying, why you don't want me to see I said, it's just dirty. I said, but I'll clean it if that's a big, if that's such a big deal, I'll clean it.
Wow.
So then somebody must have came and told him they got another call. So then he was like, all right, just make sure you clean your license plate.
He pulled you over for a dirty
and then
license
two more cars came up and it was like 6 of them. I felt like they didn't have nothing else to do.
Yes.
And that was their time to congregate
yes.
and talk and feel like because they doing something, they boss won't be like, y'all just talking.
Because that's probably what happened here.
Probably.
Okay.
And one was driving and saw him let me go on over and see if he need help. But really he want to see what he doing tonight because they got some bingo game going on.
Man, what you pull him over? I don't know, man. Come on.
And then another time in Chicago, because we Chicago. I told you I lived in an apartment, and the neighbor upstairs said we was making too much noise, and we wasn't. The TV was on, and it was like 2:00 in the morning. I stay up late, and so stupid boy that lived upstairs from me mad and complained. And he called to complain. I looked out my peep. I heard a knock on the door. I looked out my peephole. It was 9 police officers in the hallway.
Real?
I am not lying.
9?
9. I was looking at the peephole and I counted. And I opened the door and I said, yes. And then the one officer, he said, we heard that there was a complaint of noise. I said, it take all y'all to come. And I said, do you hear any noise? And he said, no, he said, just make sure you turn your TV down.
9 of them.
So you had to been listening outside, and you see that it was, maybe he told them it was a party or something.
I don't know. And they needed 9 people in case it was a party.
And I said to myself, y'all ain't got nothing else to do.
You don't see that happening now, though, because it's 9. You don't have time for 9 to come figure out a noise like that.
You don't have nothing else to do
so
in Chicago?
Yes.
Then to send that many police officers to my door?
For a noise. If he must
complain.
They must have thought because the music was so loud that there was a party.
It wasn't no music. It was the television.
I don't know. Because the guy could have lied from down. They called.
I know that, but could you? I said you stood outside the door to hear. Do you hear a party?
And
he said no. Just turn your TV down.
We got so much going on in our communities for this little pettiness.
But my thing is, when all 9 of them showed up, the first couple should have been like, "Ain't no party, man. I handle this.
Nah, man.
It's a TV. Y'all gonna do."
They didn't even send them home.
No, you know why? Because they want to congregate and talk about the poker game that night. And they can't do that unless they find a way to come together and talk.
Okay, man, how's the beat going, man, with you now?
Y'all know I'm on to something
happening in this.
Y'all know I'm on to something. Y'all police officers out there, you know I'm telling the truth, and that's why you ain't saying nothing. Because you know that's give y'all a reason to come together without appearing like you wasting time.
Because we would always drive by. And when you would see a police officer pulled someone over and it'd be 2 of them, we'll see 3 or 4 cars. You think it's something serious, like a drug bust.
It'll be nothing.
Or something. And it probably be just a little old traffic stop like this.
Or like I said, the guy that pulled me over said my license plate was dirty.
License plates.
And they all was talking. See, that's what got me. The other ones pulled up and they was talking, and it wasn't about me. You could laugh in and talk. That was their way of coming together to talk and figure out a way where they wouldn't get in trouble, because it looked like maybe he needed backup or he wanted some other people. You don't need that many cops.
And a lot of times, I know this has happened a few times, they'll pull you over. It'd be one cop. He'll pull you over to check you out.
Oh, if they like you.
As a nice looking female or a nice looking man.
Yeah.
And be careful with that.
Be careful with that.
Because if they have no rhyme or reason and they find something
where you
that's
going?
really, really petty.
Ma'am, I pulled you over. Where are you going?
So, they're human. We get it.
So that's why our friend who was a police officer, they said they didn't want to be a police officer anymore. Because they said they was allowing their personal feelings to get involved, especially when it's people they see all the time that get in trouble.
Separate
they got upset because it's like, again?
They're a troublemaker in the community, in the neighborhood, and now this is like, how many times I got to come at you and you gonna make me run?
So I want to hear more. I know you upset about the case, Ma, but I want to hear more about this case.
Yeah, I want to see I want
to see the police footage. I want to see what happened. Was this guy fighting?
But usually they don't fire them. They usually just put them
no. Now they firing everybody now. They don't want to take no chances.
Oh, because they don't do that until they investigate. That's
you talking about white police officers.
No, any police officers. There's been other black police officers as well, but they don't fire them because they got to do an investigation.
Unless they looked at the tape and said there was no reason for y'all to do all of that.
Now, I do know they do sit them down when the guns are being used, when their weapons are being used.
This guy, they didn't use, they just beat them up.
So, wow, that's serious.
So we need to find out more about this case, and then we'll know what happened. But as of now, I bet you that's what happened. The 2 showed up or whatever, and then the other ones came just to say if he need help. He don't need no help.
And you can't be, as a police officer, you can't have a criminal record, right? A background. Mm-hmm. So these men, Mama said, are new. They don't have a criminal background. So you wonder what else is going on in their lives, in their heads.
So we need to know.
To be that extreme.
And what happened before they pulled him over? If he was driving reckless, that could have played into it. They was mad.
That's true.
Because they seeing him swerve and people jumping out the right, kids running from him, and by the time they get to him, he getting pulled out the car.
Wow.
Through the window. You know what I'm saying? They not even gonna take time. Mm-hmm. So let's see what happened. Let's
It's unfortunate when they take their pictures, they're taking it by the U.S. flag and what the flag stands for.
Nothing.
It's kind of embarrassing.
Well,
go ahead.
That guy lost his life. Okay, so go on. T.I. lawsuit against the toy maker ends in mistrial following testimony alleging racism. Improper testimony about cultural appropriation has triggered a sudden end to the closely watched intellectual property trial over OMG dolls. Just so you know a little background about this. This toy company created these dolls called OMG, okay? T.I. and Tiny have a group of girls, a girl group, okay? They said that those dolls, they moderned after their girl group. And you can see the same style, the same kind of look, everything. So T.I. and Tiny was probably right, saying y'all stole our intellectual property and just tried to sell it off. You didn't give us any credit. It's almost like having Beyonce doll, but don't call her Beyonce. Everybody and their mama know that's Beyonce. It looked like Beyonce, it dressed like Beyonce, but you call her something else. Loretta or something, whatever. And everybody like, that's Beyonce. And she sues and says, you're not naming the doll Beyonce, but everybody and their mama know that's me.
Of it is our
so that's what they're saying. That OMG doll is our girl group that y'all stole. So they brought people, Nick at Night, she's a YouTuber. I've been watching her. She sits in on the trial. And she gets all the notes and stuff on it. So she was watching the trial and she said that the company decided to sue T.I. and them. And then for saying that they did it backwards. We suing you for saying we stole your image. For slander. And then T.I. and them countersued it and said, well, it's the truth. You did take our idea, the likeness of our doll. So part of the lawsuit that the company, this is what Nick at Night said, that people, she kind of found offensive, was they whole thing was making it seem like, why would we want to steal anything
from him,
from you and her? Y'all ghetto, y'all country
we're
Negroes.
The top of the line company with good ideas.
So they was bringing up all kind of stuff from their past, everything. Like, we don't want
wretched your
why
past
would anybody want to be like you and your
y'all too
wife?
Wretched to have a good creative idea like that.
So she thought that was a little odd for a company. That's your defense. We didn't steal a doll from you or your likeness because no one wants to be like you.
Right.
We made this up ourselves.
Okay.
So that was one of their things.
Defense.
Not defense, I guess. Suit.
Prosecuting
reason for
them.
suit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the other thing was they were saying, well, just because the doll had red hair or pink hair, everybody black is having pink hair now and red hair and purple hair.
So this fits any genetic.
So any black girl group could have that.
Okay.
But T.I. and them was showing it wasn't just the hair, it was everything about them. It was the style, it was how many girls was in the group, and then the one doll they said was after their daughter, Zanique. I know you don't know her daughter,
their daughters,
the older one. And they said that that's one of the dolls. Same boyfriend named him something different as her boyfriend. He had locks. Same everything about her boyfriend was that doll's boyfriend.
They stole their likeness.
That's what T.I. said. So that's a coincidence too, that the doll looks like my daughter, has the same type of boyfriend that my daughter has.
Right.
So then they called their daughter up on stand. And Nick said they tried to make it seem like, why would anybody want to be like you? You're a classless. She said she couldn't believe that they was kind of going after her daughter. And if anybody knows T.I.'s daughter, she is sweet. All of his kids are, except for the little one that get on everybody's nerves. He has good kids.
Okay. Yeah.
You can't put his kids on stand and say, why would any girl want to be like you or any kid?
You can probably point at him and his wife, but not the kids.
Even T.I. As bad as T.I., he's not that bad.
But that's not a reason to even to come at them saying because they live this lifestyle or they this personality or lack of integrity.
They kept saying how they kept using the word N. He uses the N word in all his songs. And Zonique uses the N word, and all of them use the N word. I use the N word.
Right.
So the prosecutor, black lady, she was like, that's so tacky. That's so who wants to be like you and your family? You guys use the N word. She just was like down in that family.
And they got a black attorney for a purpose.
Yes. So, Lyric's mom said, yeah, that one boy is a mess. Laugh out loud. Yeah, the little one. King. So anyway, so then that was the whole thing.
Okay.
The judge had ruled, there was some witnesses that, there was one witness lady who said she bought the dolls thinking that they was that group.
Oh.
And so she paid money for them because she thought they'd be worth more money in the future because that was T.I. and Tiny's group. And then to find out they saying that was not their group, she want her money back. She said that's not right. I bought them thinking that was that group.
She bought it from that company.
So she was a witness on T.I. and Tiny's side. But while she was testifying in a deposition, she said that's what white people do all the time is they steal from us.
Yeah.
And she went off and said, y'all take our look, y'all take our clothes, y'all take our hairstyles, y'all take everything from us and don't give us credit.
Thank you.
And the judge he said that can't be, you can't put that in the court, in the law, because the case is not about racial white people taking from black people. It's strictly about this company
still there.
We're not talking about white people and the whole white generation. Okay. So he struck that. Well, come to find out, they play her deposition, this lady witness, and it's still on the video. Even though the judge struck it from there, it's still played in court.
Okay.
What that black lady said.
Okay.
They had to do a mistrial.
You're kidding.
No. So it ended in a mistrial.
Nobody won, though.
Nobody won. Federal judge.
Don't they have to cease and desist?
Well, hold on. Federal judge on Wednesday declared a mistrial in the high-profile courtroom battle pitting T.I. and the wife Tamika Tiny Harris against toy maker MGA over a line of dolls, ending the courtroom case after jurors heard admissible testimony claiming the company steals from African Americans. A day after attorneys for the MGA argued that the inflammatory testimony about cultural appropriation had ruined their chances of a fair trial, Judge James V. Selna agreed, granting a mistrial. That means the case will need to be retried in front of a new jury at some point in the future. This is what Nick thinks. She think they was probably losing, and they wanted a new jury because it seemed like the jury was more sympathetic to T.I. and them, looking at their faces.
Like
and
they
stuff.
had really good proof that it was their likeness.
So
of their family.
while that video was going, Nick said, "How come they didn't object?" They could have objected right when she started saying it, and they wouldn't have played the rest of that video.
Yeah.
They let it play. Which means she knew probably that they probably wanted to do a mistrial.
Oh.
So at the end of the thing yesterday, she had one of the jurors. It was an all-white jury, I think.
They didn't have no juries of their peers?
Well, hold on. So she pulled one of the guys out. It was an older white man, and she interviewed him. This is Nick at Night. Y'all know who she is if y'all watch.
And it's a mistrial, so they can.
It's over.
It's over.
She asked him kind of like, which way was you? He was going towards T.I. and them. And he said he didn't like the prosecutor and how she was kind of attacking their family.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they gonna do a mistrial, and I bet you they gonna do it all over again, and she not gonna do that this next trial over.
Oh, to try to make it not be sympathetic
to T.I. and
family.
them. Yes.
But they really got to have a good lawyer to show proof of the likeness of that doll and the image, how it portrays the daughter, a boyfriend.
They keep bringing witnesses in to say they bought the doll because they thought it was that family.
Yeah. But they can't say stuff.
You can't say white people steal from black people.
Because we know that. That's almost like an understatement. We already know. You don't even need to say it. But the fact that they even got a black prosecutor to even do this.
So that was the whole thing. So it's a mistrial.
So nobody wins.
Nobody
wins.
Are
they going to still make the dolls, though?
Well, here we go. Is it going to, T.I. going to sue them now? Or are they going to go back and sue T.I. and them again with a whole new trial?
They should do another new trial. And
if I was T.I., I would sue them.
I would keep that
because if the jury was sympathetic to me, that means I can win. And
if he comes back and still wants to sue, that means he's serious.
Yeah.
Y'all really stole our idea. We need to really put this out there.
But I didn't like that. When Nick was talking about how the prosecutor was attacking his daughter and stuff, you can say whatever you want to say about T.I. and Tiny. Their kids are good. They got good kids.
But I don't understand what lawyer did he have?
His lawyer was good too, I guess.
Because his lawyer could have really slammed that down. He said, you know what? The integrity of people and what their lifestyle.
Well, he would have
nothing to do with them coming up with an idea that you stole.
Here's the thing.
They could be Hitler.
But he would say that, but then the prosecutor then would say, But you saying we stole your likeness. So, Judge, we should be able to question their likeness. You know what I'm saying? If you're saying I'm patterning something after you, can I bring in who you are in the courtroom?
No, but you're not patterning after them. You're patterning a look.
A look. That's what I would have said.
Nothing to do with personality.
That's
it's
what I would have said.
It's a doll that looks like my daughter.
And what does T.I. have to do with it? It's the girl group.
Thank you.
If I was him, I'd be like, what do I have to do with the girl group?
I can mess with children in the basement.
Yeah.
And I have create a doll.
And you copy my doll.
You copy my doll. What does it have to do with me being a bad father and doing bad mess to my kids?
So that was the trial.
Oh.
So we'll see another thing. Okay. And then you talked about I think you said something with, oh no, you didn't. T.I. speaks out about his son King's behavior. The media don't talk enough about the good. Now we just talked about all his kids being good. T.I. recently appeared as a guest on Shannon Sharp's podcast. You remember Shannon Sharp, right? Mm-hmm. The one I said he got in an argument on the side of the court. Remember with the guy's father in basketball?
Oh, yeah.
All right, that's Shannon Sharp. Okay. He has a podcast.
Okay, that's
so right. T.I. was on his podcast.
Okay.
Club Shay Shay. And the rapper shared his thought about his son King's recent behavior. T.I. also shared a stark reminder for other adults criticizing his parenting skills. You know he don't like that. Infinibly, you know he got to use big giant words to tell you he don't like what you're saying.
Okay.
The King of the South didn't shy away from sharing his thoughts about his son's recent behavior, many instances of which have gone viral on social media and portray a more reckless side of the teenager. I love him through it. Whatever he going through, I love him through it. And I can't say he a great kid enough. The rapper went on to explain that the media doesn't highlight enough of the positive accomplishments of his son and instead cover more of the negative stories. Well, we wouldn't know if he didn't put it on social media.
Right. Thank you. That's how you find out about what's going on in people's lives and how they feel, because you tell it.
But the media don't talk enough about the good point. All they do is focus on the bad because it gets them more clicks. And he's young, so I try to make him more aware of that. T.I. went on to explain that he'd rather accept his son as he is than force him to fit inside his expectations. I just try and walk him through it, but he gets better every day. The rapper even shared a reminder of other parents quick to criticize.
Yes.
We all got bad ASS kids. But he got to understand his kid is in the public eye. And you're right. It's not just your kid. People don't want to hear positive stories anyway. Nobody wants to hear King.
Want shade.
Nobody wants to hear King was feeding homeless people at a homeless shelter.
They like shade.
Yeah.
They like dirt.
They want to hear about him
because that makes their lives feel better.
Yes. He has 6 kids and only one of them is problematic. 1 out of 6 ain't bad at all.
Ain't. But King, he don't do nothing criminal, does he?
Yeah, he do.
He does.
He's not good.
Okay.
You can raise your kids to be perfect, but they still gonna do what they want to do.
Yeah.
So I agree with him. Mm-hmm. Y'all act like y'all don't have bad ASS kids around. Y'all, no matter what they parents do or say, they gonna rebel. Mm-hmm. Stop blaming the parents for what these grown ASS kids do. No matter how much you try, kids gonna try to prove you wrong. Stop acting like y'all really know this man.
How old is this kid, King?
He's like 18. He young. Okay. I promise you, if Doja did half the mess that boy did, Tip would disown her. I agree. See, people saying that. He much harder on the girls than he is on the boys. Mm-hmm. And that's the problem that I have with what T.I. is saying. Mm-hmm. I agree with him. You can do whatever you can and your kid gonna turn out sometimes to be, to rebel or whatever.
Right.
But why are you harder on the girls than you are on the boys? And when they do something, you come down hard on them. But the boys, he kind of let them get away with stuff.
And that's what's happening because he let them get away with something. Look how now he's sown those seeds. Now he's reaping it with King's behavior.
And somebody said he acts the way he does because his parents don't hold him accountable. Mm-hmm. We just want him to stop acting like he's so hood and he got it out the mud when he was born literally with a silver spoon in his mouth. King act like he from the streets.
No, and if he don't be careful, he may end up in the streets, like laying on the streets.
Yeah. So that's why, see, look at him. He was arrested there. So he needs to straighten up and act right.
He wants attention. I think
he already got attention.
He didn't get the right attention growing up. He's lashing out. I feel like there's a void.
Well, T.I. said, why you blaming the parents?
It's not about blaming because he's grown now. He's old enough to know, but it was a void that probably was missed. Like according to what you saying, T.I. was harder on the girls. Well, how was he with his boys? Did he show affection? Did he tell them, I love you, man, you're going to do good?
You see how
I don't know. Lacking in that.
I don't know how he is with Well, he did. You remember you watched the show.
It's too many kids to pay close attention to all of them. You got to really be careful with that.
I just think that he let them get away with more, and I think that's what King is acting out. And also, it's the people you hang around. If he hang around knuckleheads, then he gonna be a knucklehead. So you're right. It's something he got to work himself through, but you don't want him to work himself through behind bars.
It may take that,
or in the grave.
Yeah, it may take bars to sit there by himself or with his cellmate.
Yeah,
to think it through.
That's sad. But other than that, his kids are good. He has good kids.
All right.
What is this? Oh, Kylie Jenner and Doja Cat captivate fans at this cold. What is this? What does that say?
I don't even know. Shia Parelli
Couture fashion show. We don't even know how to say it. That tell you how ghetto we are. Look at this. Kylie Jenner had on, first of all, Kylie looked old.
She does.
She didn't have so much plastic surgery. She don't even look young anymore.
Right.
And I don't even know what Doja Cat doing.
Is she trying to be an alien from
something from hell or something?
Star Trek, or what's that other Star Trek one where they would
Somebody said she looked like a Marvel comic. That thing with the red face.
Blue lady, the one that's blue.
Oh, Mystic.
Yeah,
Mystic. A red Mystic.
Yeah.
With Paris Fashion Weekly underway, Kylie Jenner and Doja Cat made sure to go all out while attending the whatever that is show on Monday. As a result, people on the internet had some things to say about their outfits as well as their interactions with each other.
That's so a Lady Gaga move right there.
First of all, Kylie looked like Coming to America.
Yeah, like the father.
And it's not a real lion head. But I guess she was trying to show a point that that's how stupid it looked when people wear animals for costume or whatever.
They don't go that far.
And then
Coming to America, Dad did.
Yeah. And then Doja Cat, those are all crystals all on her. They put each one individually. It took hours to put all of that on her.
Wow. And even probably a long time to take it off.
Kylie's dress was worn by Arena Shake, or whatever her name is. Now, a model, they showed Kylie Jenner, they was being shady.
She said earned the approval of PETA.
Because that's what I'm saying, because it was showing how ridiculous it is.
Fake.
In Kylie's case, she caught fans' attention with a black dress that was accessorized with the head of a lion. As a result, immediately came in with references from the Chronicles of Narnia and The Lion King. It should have came in with Coming to America. I don't know what they talking about.
Well, Coming to America is so old. This is a young generation.
I'm sorry. Is Kylie wearing Aslan from Narnia or whatever?
On
her shoulder. Let's see. Isn't that funny? I love Kylie, but why she got to do Simba like that? Like, I'm pretty sure your Lion King loving kids would not be happy.
Just to make a point.
Let's see this. Oh, so she's running, saying that's what made her dress do that. So this is just people saying what they think about Kylie's dress.
Okay.
This model wore the same exact thing.
Before?
Oh, wait a minute. Close this down. All right, gee. A model wore the same dress.
Before her?
No, at the same thing. And they was being shady. When the model walked in, Kylie's face looked like...
She wore the same
Maybe she didn't know that she was wearing the same outfit.
Why would they do two outfits like that? That seems very unique.
And it's funny to have the same outfit on.
Yes, with a big old head of a lion. That don't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Oh my God. At the same event?
Now, I think Kylie's dress is nicer because it's fit. This dress is ugly. What do you think?
I don't like the Kylie dress. I don't like
the... Well, which one do you like, the black dress better?
I like the other black one.
Oh, you like the plain black one?
Yeah, I'm not a
with
fan
the one
of the draping kind.
With the one sleeve?
Yeah.
Her lion looks more real than Kylie's lion.
Yeah.
Don't it?
Hers is fake too. Right?
And hers, they both fake. Hers, his mouth is open, and Kylie's mouth is closed.
Kylie's like a teddy bear.
It looks like a fake lion head.
Yeah.
Her lion head looks real.
Yeah. That's real. That looks like she's the body of the lion, kind of, if her head wasn't up. Wow.
We should also add that according to TMZ, PETA president Ingrid Newkirk is supportive of the supposed message that they was going with these dresses.
Because they're trying to make a message against killing animals. It says
statement against trophy hunting.
Exactly.
In which lion families are torn apart to satisfy human egotism. She also stated that Kylie's outfit celebrates lion's beauty. Go figure. Now that's stupid.
I mean, that's fine. I do get it because it is a fake one and she's making a statement. That's how Lady Gaga would always do.
Yeah, with her meat dress.
But what's the red outfit for? Just to be different?
Well, here we go. Here's Doja Cat. But talking about the lion thing, we've been to Africa. Mm-hmm. And so we've seen lions are beautiful. And they are taking these lions for trophies.
Elephants,
if it was to eat the meat, that's different. But just to put a head on a gown or something, it's stupid.
It was beautiful seeing when the one went to kill, I think one of the gazelles or something, because that's the animal kingdom. The female stayed there.
Oh yeah, we saw that. Yeah,
and watched over the animal that was killed.
And the other thing,
ones came because other ones would try to take her.
She'd keep the hyenas away.
Yeah.
The other thing we noticed too is that grass is so tall, you can't see those lions down in that ground. So can you imagine you walking or something, and then you turn around and then you see 8 heads look up at you like I'm coming at you?
Because if you think about it as a cat, in the ways of a cat, this is a larger cat,
and I watched
larger paws.
And I looked yesterday on YouTube because I wonder when we was in the safari, how come they don't attack the car? And they said, you ever wonder why animals don't normally attack the cars in safaris?
You think because they know they'll get shot?
They said, well, one is because they familiarize them with it all the time.
They know that car has a weapon.
But I didn't know they said in their visual, they see it as an animal.
The car?
They see that as a huge animal that they can't conquer.
Oh.
So if you're in it, that's why they tell you don't put your hands out or nothing, because they'll grab your arm or something. Don't get out of it.
Like they did at the lion park.
Once you get out of it, he don't see you as that's that large animal.
Now you're small enough to tear you off. Like that family that we heard was taking photos and they got attacked.
And they was talking because they showed the one guy sitting on the end of the safari thing, and a bunch of lions started walking by, and he said, everybody just stay calm. Because they could easily jump up in there and get us. And I was sitting there when we was doing it, when we was on our safari. I remember driving through and I remember saying, why are we here? We are so stupid.
We're in the middle of a safari. Now, remember, we were a little concerned with the one big one, the hippopotamus.
No, it was a rhinoceros.
Oh, rhinoceros. Because they had the babies.
We was on our safari, and it was a rhinoceros crossing the thing.
With her babies.
And it was a father.
Yeah.
It was a father and a mother and a baby.
And she took they was following, the babies were following her.
And you can tell the father was not happy we all was there.
Yeah, we were too close.
We was too close.
Yeah.
So he was already kind of
like, I'm going to charge y'all.
And then the mom got the kids across, got them across. And then our guy, African guy, let's see, let's stay there for let's see what they do. And I was like, should we stay here and could we be moving or something? He don't seem like he happy. Oh, no. We fine. See, they gonna get you killed. And so we sat there and looked, and then he turned around, that rhinoceros, and he looked at us. And I said, I think we should go. He don't look like he happy. He looks like he's gonna charge.
But he was okay after the kids got up.
No. I said he looked like he gonna charge. And remember, he kept looking at us, and he went down.
What are we gonna do?
And I said to the man, I think he's gonna charge. And then he was like, and that man said, oh yeah, you're right. Let's go. Now I'm not even a safari leader, and I'm sitting here going, he kind of looking like he's gonna charge us.
The ways of an animal. You already discerned that one.
And he had a horn, which means it would have went right through that stupid car pipe and
we'd be flying everywhere.
He probably would have went right through the truck and lifted it up, and we all would have been flying out of it. Now every lion and everything in the safari would have came and got us.
Oh my god.
So he's talking about, oh yeah, you're right. Let's go.
And then when we came back around, didn't we see a hyena? What was it? What cat was it? A leopard or a jaguar that was injured?
It was
they were injured.
It was a leopard, I think. He was injured. And he was walking.
I thought it was a black one.
No, it was a leopard, I think. I don't know what it was. But anyway,
injured.
It was injured and it was running.
It was cheetah.
Oh, cheetah. Maybe Mama
cheetah.
right.
Uh-huh.
Look at Mom, the producer. Cheetah. I think it was a cheetah. Yeah. And it was running and his leg, he was limping.
Yeah.
And we thought, and I asked the safari man, he not going to make it through the night, is he? He said, no, they going to kill him.
Oh.
He injured. But they going to kill him.
But those rhinoceros, they're territorial as well. They protect their babies.
Yeah. So this is Doja Cat.
Okay. She stuck out. Nobody had that outfit on.
You really can't get into beauty of Doja's look until you see it in movement, okay? You think that's beautiful?
I think it's different.
Okay.
And that's what she wanted.
Okay.
She wanted a look that people go, it's almost like she took Star Trek, what's the last voyage? What's that other one that Whoopi was on?
Star Trek.
What's the Star Galactica? What is it? Mm-hmm. Those shows where you would run into weird creatures, or the blue lady.
Yeah. Mystique.
Mystique. She wanted that look.
Okay.
On the red carpet.
This is her getting her makeup.
So they had to cover her head. They didn't put that on her head. Okay.
I don't want to see. It was crystals.
She wasn't glitter like that.
But that's the look. The lights probably took away the glitter.
Yeah, because that's pretty.
That's what she looked. That's what the person said. You have to be there to see it in person.
Oh, okay. Because the cameras took off.
The camera took away that.
Okay, that's different though. I give her A for
effort.
Yeah, creativity.
It looks
that's
better.
A Lady Gaga moment.
It looked better with the sparkle.
Yes, that's pretty. She didn't look like that on the red carpet.
Okay.
Yeah. See, it looks like that in the. Why go back to the other one? It didn't look like that when she was walking on the red carpet.
See, it's shining right there.
Yeah, it's shining. But when we
on the carpet, it didn't look like that. It
didn't look like that. So maybe like they're saying that she had
See, it's the lights probably.
Yeah, it doesn't. It looks like more like bumps versus glitter.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so you like it more with the glitter like this?
Oh yeah, it looks pretty shiny like that.
Okay. So that was Doja Cat.
All right.
So between the both what they wore, what do you think?
Between the two, or the statements?
Just the statements they was doing, and just all the whole thing.
I mean, listening to a model having the same look, I'm a little confused there, because that's such a unique, thing to. I guess maybe they both feel the same way, and that's their way of showing that.
But I feel like the model pulled it off better than Kylie did. Kylie's looks cheap.
Yes, cheesy.
And that head looks like a toy.
Yeah.
Whereas, you gotta sign in. Mm-hmm. Whereas the model, that really does look like a lion
head.
And then you said you like her dress better than you like Kylie's dress.
The dress is a little more. It fits the whole look of the lion as well. Because she has the sleeve. Uh-huh. And the lion would be on her sleeve. What's Kylie have a sleeve?
No, I think it's just one arm.
See, that don't look right.
All right, so while you signing in, I'll do this story. Michigan's K9, listen to this story, Ma.
Yeah.
Michigan's K9 mugshot goes viral after police accuse the puppy of stealing officer's lunch. It was a dog, a dog police officer.
It was a dog that they use for.
Yeah, he's a police dog. You know, dogs are police officers.
They are, yeah.
A police dog named Officer Ice is grabbing attention on Facebook after reportedly committing a crime.
Officer Ice, you know what?
A police K9 named Officer Ice was recently under investigation for allegedly stealing from one of his own colleagues.
Okay.
This month, the Wyandotte, police department, Michigan.
Wyandotte.
See, I don't know how. Shared a now viral image of Ice's mugshot following his recent criminal charges. As the post stated, Officer Barwig was in the middle of his lunch when he was called into the jail for assistance. Upon his return, Barwig's lunch had vanished, and Ice was seen leaving the break room while licking his chops.
Crumbs on his hair.
According to the police department, which was shared on Facebook 11,000 times. This is his mugshot. They booked him and did a mugshot, Ma.
Were they trying to be funny, though?
The presumed guilty party, Ice, has garnered quite the following since his story spread across social media platforms. Many Facebook users came forward saying they would defend the pup.
Yes, he was hungry.
One person commented, sounds like circumstantial evidence. He does not look guilty, so thus must be presumed to be innocent.
Thank you.
Another added, I'll be this officer's attorney pro bono if need be. If the teeth don't fit them, then you must acquit.
Stupid. They must not be feeding him a lot, because for him to take the lunch, that means he was hungry. Right? Because he looks like he's trained.
The person said no video has been produced from the police department. And that being said, Officer Ice will not face any internal disciplinary charges.
Stupid.
They can't prove that he did it.
No. And he probably did, but my question...
Why would he steal his person's lunch? He know not to do that.
But my concern is if he's stealing the food because he's hungry, he's a trained dog.
But he's a trained dog. He's not supposed to do that.
They must not be feeding him then. That's neglect. He's hungry. And that's the closest food he's going to get. So he took it. That's so stupid.
And his colleague was called away. And Ice took his lunch.
So his name is Officer Ice. When we went to our police citizens academy, didn't they bring in the dog? They brought the one dog.
Yeah, they brought him in.
He passed away, didn't he?
Yeah, recently. Yeah. K9 Officer Ice will not face any internal discipline or criminal charges following the threats of mass protests. People was gonna protest if he got in trouble for that.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't make sense to mess with him. I don't understand how this even got out there. We got so many other things going on in our community, and we talking about arresting a dog. One of the K9, Officer K9. I know, but the fact that let the dog have a sandwich. Oh, they got a video of it?
Let me see. Oh, that's something else. Oh, what happened there? It went all the way out. Your thing totally closed.
The web, the browser?
Your browser totally closed down. But anyway, that was it. That was our last story anyway.
We didn't have a donkey?
Oh, I did have a donkey. Well, I can't find it now. But anyway, it's gone.
Oh, the
it
link.
Shut totally down.
The link is gone?
Yeah, it shut totally down.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, I'll tell you what it was. Charlamagne's donkey of the day. Is that you? Oh, Charlamagne's donkey of the day was this woman in Florida who got arrested, and she put a crack pipe.
Oh, I saw your link. Okay.
Up her, you know what?
She said it was a sex toy.
She said it was a sex toy.
And they
was like, why would you put a sex toy, leave it up there? So they went ahead and pulled it out, and it was a crack pipe.
Who was the one that had to pull it out? What cop had to do that?
That was the donkey of the day. Wow. He was saying if you're going to
let it be a sex toy because she wouldn't get in trouble if it was drug related.
Right. And she didn't think they was going to look. Ugh. She thought they was just going to let her just take that in there with her and not go up in there and pull it out.
That shows you how desperate you are if you want crack.
So she was a crackhead. That was his donkey of the day.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yes, that is.
And
I feel bad for the cop who had to go up there.
Yeah. So that was it. And then my other thing I was going to show was Tia
and Tamara's son.
And I'll do that tomorrow though.
Okay.
They was TikTok. I'm on their TikTok. Tia and Tamara. Yeah, on TikTok.
Okay.
They have funny videos. So I was going to
This
react.
the one that was on the reel.
Yeah. No, that's Tamara. I think.
This is not. This was the one on the game.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The son. With the son, the older son.
Is her son older than the other sister's son?
Both her kids are older than
the other twin.
Tamara's or Tia's. I get them mixed up. Whatever.
The one that's on the talk. I mean the reel.
Yeah, her kids are older than the one that's on the talk. The one on the talk, her kids are younger.
Okay, the one from the game,
her kids are older.
And she's not married anymore, right?
They getting divorced.
Okay,
so.
got it.
All right, y'all, that was it. Whew. Did you have anything else?
Mm-mm.
That's funny how your thing just shut down like that.
It's never
Don't
done
forget
that.
to like, share, subscribe. Mm-hmm. Make sure you like more than anything. I guess subscribe don't matter anymore. Mm-mm. It's like. If you like it, the computer. No, like. If you like a video, the computer pushes the channel out more. Mm-hmm. I don't know why it don't care about subscribers no more. It just cares about like. Yeah, I know. That's why y'all always hear people say like the video, like the video.
I'm trying to think of it the other way because you did mention that yesterday. So I guess it will be easier to do liking and not subscribing because people can look at stuff and like it, but they may not subscribe. Right. So if you're waiting on someone to subscribe,
right. But I want you to like, share, and subscribe.
Okay.
And always believe.
Always believe.
And make sure you like our other channel, Woods Relax Sleep Sounds. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to get that up to 1,000 subscribers.
Okay.
All right.
Got it.
In order to be monetized, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Mm-hmm. Just so you know. All right. And then that way we could just have fun on this channel and just don't care if we got 3 people in the room or 2 people. The other channel be the one that we be monetized.
And then we're still going to practice bringing our guest in to hear their comments and whatever.
Yes.
We got to get that nailed down.
All right. And always believe. Mm-hmm. And that was another Woods Report. See y'all later.
Ready to put
I know. See y'all later.